Oh my god, they finally freaking did it, brother. Except for that guy.
In stillness, freeze.
Whee! I'm alive, baby. What else is new? Oh my god, he right to vote from through, bro. We're trying, man. Oh, I just used the LB. That's the wrong button. That's alright, though. Oh, that's an in. Let's press the spin button. Whee! Cool stuff. Well, they saw a mirror, so I can't wait for them to go into... Brother, it's been horrendous. Everyone sucks at this fight. It's awful. Yeah, it sucks. Realistically, like, I'm just trying to do what I can in Party Finder. I've seen, like, that's the furthest I've gone in Party Finder where, like, I actually, like, know what I'm doing. I've been dragged across the mud later than that, but, like, bruh. Yeah, so realistically, if Party Finder wasn't so terrible, I could easily be like mid P3, which is where I've stayed it up to immensely. So like I'm there. I don't know how to do alternate relativity, but I know that it's not hard. So like I don't care. But I don't really like that Party Finder sucks at this fight. Personally, like, in my personal opinion, I'm not like a fan, but I don't like how easy this fight is in comparison to the other ultimates, because like with Doncho content as a whole, bro, I'm already coming off of the table hot and heavy. Like, I know that it's like the holidays, like, you know, we got Thanksgiving, Christmas, etc. whole blah 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 whatever. But I'm not really a fan of how easy this fight is in comparison to the others. Like, I'm almost willing to put this as like fourth. I'm like on the fence between like third and fourth, but I might bump it down to 4. And I haven't even gotten that far. It's only off of like what I've seen, so maybe like the execution will be crazy, but like that's not really. But I saw the other person casting. I don't know. I just think that like the fight needs to really be. They need to always be hard. Like I need them to stop making these fights. Like I don't know. I have a whole crazy like mindset theory thing about this fight that I really like. I'm trying to understand and like digest, but I don't like that this fight is like the word easy is not the right word I should be using, but the problem is that once you know, like honestly, I think that this phase could probably be like the hardest phase until you get to like ads. I want to say. Bruh, I don't find this fight to be like super excruciating the entire time. Because like right now, I'm fully asleep even during Utopian or Fall of Faith and thingy. So, and I'm not like a god gamer. I haven't cleared the fight yet, so obviously like me talking just isn't really going to be the most like fruitful thing to say out loud. But I'm so under the impression that like this fight is very lenient in comparison to other fights. So I'm actually pretty okay with this fight not being as hard as top. I mean, when Yoshi P said that it would be similar to DSR, I was kind of like, okay, cool, you know, because like DSR is the hardest ultimate if you don't include the bullshit, which like is cool, but I'm just not convinced. Fire, lightning, fire. Fire. That was late-ish. If you stand here, the adjustment doesn't work there. You have to stand on the hitbox. Oh, yeah. It doesn't work. In the hitbox, people. Gotta be in the HB, bruh. But yeah. So, like, for me, I think that in relations to DSR, the gap. Hold on a second, I got a later pie. The samurai is in my static from Savage Raids. So, from what I've seen in POVs, it seems a little harder than T, but it becomes very execution heavy phase 3 and onwards. Yeah, I mean, I think so. Like, I don't disagree with that either. This is a good mid-level ultimate. So, I guess toxicity placement wise, what I will say is like, I think that the fight is okay. I have oh no. Hold on a second. We were doing rolls. Let's just like commit to rolls. Whoops. Oh no, but we're not in rage, bro. Practice. Hold on. Let me do this real quick before I like kind of lose my mind. Phase 2, Diamond Dash, Power, P2, okay, whatever. Wait, I need to do. Need OT. I'm not emptying this fight right now. But here's the thing about this fight. It is exactly that. It's a mid-level ultimate. In terms of difficulty, I personally think that I have several things about this fight. Firstly, because it's Eden, and because of how like insane Light Rampant was, I was really hoping that Light Rampant was going to be even more insane. Because like with Light Rampant, it just feels like they did the same thing with Hello World, where like Savage Hello World is like harder than Top's version. Like Top Hello World is like is sleepy. One second. So with Light Rampant, I was really hoping that like it was gonna be finally where like the Savage version is easier than the Ultimate version, but like it's once again like backwards. Also, like here's like my notes that I have so far written down. Wait, where is that at? I'm writing down notes in preparation for like a future video. Like phase 1 so far is the best phase so far. Like I think the best phase is actually phase 4. But I think the order tier wise is like it's 4-1 oh god 4-1-2-5-3. That's the order I want to say. 4-1-2-5-3 in terms of like best to worst phases for the fight. Phase 1 is godlike because it feels it's the wall. Like phase 1 is the wall. It's the first wall. I didn't think that it was going to be, but it actually is because people don't do Utopian all the time. Well, first off, they don't even do it correctly. When they do roll versus light party, they don't even do either one correctly. People are just kind of like going crazy for it. But Fall of Faith is like probably one of the best mechanics that they put in this. And the crazy thing is that it should have been harder, and they didn't do that. So, like, for me, okay, here's like I'll tell you a story. I was expecting this fight to be DSR, like, split in terms of phases. I was thinking that there was going to be, like, 6 phases. And I genuinely think that there was, at some point, 6 phases. But they just took out the last one, because the story was making sense to me during like the party of watching the ultimate. Like the storyline actually made sense for like the what if scenario, but then once I made it to the end, now it just feels like there's actually something missing. So I personally think that there was a 6th phase. They just cut it out because the fight is 18 minutes and 41 seconds long, which is like specific, which is like fine. I think that realistically, whatever the final phase was, it must have been like 4 to 5 minutes long, and it just broke the threshold by like a long shot, that they were like, oh, we can't add that because like it's too long, you got to cut it out. So they just took out phase 6 because the dialogue in phase 5 doesn't make sense to me for what it is. Like it just doesn't make sense. So I'm genuinely under the impression that there was supposed to be a phase 6 and they just cut it out because it was 4 to 5 minutes long and it was just too long for them to put it in an ultimate where like you start from the beginning every single time. If Fatebreaker was the checkpoint, man, they should have just done that, honestly. I would have been okay with it, but realistically, I would have preferred that they didn't. But they should have, but they didn't. Phase 1 Fatebreaker should have just been it should have been the same kind of thing as like DSR, where the first phase is like 4-ish minutes long, 3 minutes long, something of the nature. Actually, the length of phase 1 is perfect. Like, you don't even got to touch it. It's fine. But when they bring you into phase 2, they should have just started off with, like, Shiva kind of vibe. Because, like, he's protecting you, or he's protecting her from actually, like, you know what I mean? Like Fatebreaker's job has always been to, like, protect. That's what the weapons are called. That's like the whole design behind Fatebreaker, is that it's like a protection and like a hatred thing for her based on what her experiences were. The storytelling is incredible though. Like it's S+ tier storytelling, except for the end. And like boss design is godlike. So phase 1 should have been a checkpoint. That way you go into phase 2, and then phase 2 would have been Shiva, and like Shiva can stay as it is for the most part. But they should have made Light Rampant harder, and the ad phase is too easy. Like, ads is too easy. Like, you sit there and just don't do anything, but just swing your sword at the stick and then you... whatever. So, like, I don't know. This is me, though, being masochistic. I like when fights are still difficult, even after, like, years later. You know what I mean? That's what I was hoping for. I was really hoping that it was going to be like that. But, like, people not really complaining that the fight is, like, easy... I don't like that people are saying that it's easy. I don't like that it's easy. I think that it's easy. I think it's easier than DSR top, and like I think it's actually, if I had to like really like hot take it, I think that this fight is easier than UCOB. You know what I mean? I actually do think so, because like the adjustment you have to make in UCOB is pretty constant during the entire phase 3, and like you can implode at any point in time during phase 3 and phase 4, and phase 5 on technicality. But like, you know, so phase 1. I think that they also like took out an entire element. So here's my whole take with phase 1. You know, you got fire and lightning the majority of the time. They just took out the light version, and like I actually don't like that. So, and again, this is me going off of it just watching the fight. Like I watched the fight from the from Kindred's POV for the most part, and like Lucrezia as well. And for me, like the fight just seems underwhelming. But I don't know. I haven't even touched phase 3 and 4. Like I have to actually, you know what I mean? But like when you go through Thornton and Top and even like T, all 3 of those fights, like final phase wise, they're all like intense, and like Shakey's is insane. So like even though T is like not in, you know, it's older now, so like whatever, like you can get through it and it's not like a big ordeal if you like know what you're doing. Because like T's very heavy-ended, or sorry, front-ended, front-loaded rather. It's very front-loaded. So once you get to like phase 3 and phase 4, you're kind of like, okay, cool. Like you just gotta like breathe, focus, do the mechanic, and then like you can kill it, whatever. DSR, there's no chill. Side note, you are on Sarg. I am on Sarg. This is my main character on Sargatanas, yeah. Hello, Unreal. How's it going, girl? I know, I've seen your posts every now and then with regards to Twitter stuff on about 14, so it's lovely to have you. And, I don't know, we should probably go chill and, you know, dailies, PvP, something of that nature. I'm going on a whole rant about Fur right now, so. But, lovely to see you, and welcome on in. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I usually hang by Gridania. This is my home. This is where I always start. What's up, Al? How's it going, homie? Welcome on in. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that, like, I like when ultimates are hard because you always gotta, like, if you know how to lock in, then it feels really good. And then when you can turn your brain off and still be locked in, it feels even better, especially when you, like, know what it is. So, like, I'm not really the biggest fan about how sleepy I get during phase 1 now. You know? Like, I get sleepy in top phase 1, but, like, I still gotta make sure I'm paying attention. Like, I don't gotta pay attention in the... I see big color, and then just gotta, like, figure it out kind of vibe, you know? So... Plays patty cake? That's cute! That is cute. It's this stupid tether thing where if you have a long tether, you plant north, and if you have short tether, you plant south. Basically, opposite tether north, same side tether south. Sorry, I'm talking to my samurai because he's in my party right now. Damn, nobody's filling this up though. It's kind of crazy actually. Anyways, Holiday was pay their taxes and pet the Lalafell. What the f... Hello? Alright, I mean, here you go. And then, how's like 250 sound? Yeah, you know what I mean? Accept it. If you deny it, I'll fight you. Don't. W. Is it just a pet? Oh, I don't know. I thought it was money. I thought I had to pay actual taxes. Yo, take 250K. I don't care. I was gonna deny it too. Yeah, don't deny it. Just take 250K. I can't help you. I mean, I can't. I guess I can, but like, I don't know, man. Isn't that what we're doing also? Yeah. Oh my god. Peekaboo. Yeah. All right. I got RP a bit more. I don't even. Okay, you mean it's an Endwalker? Oh my god, you're gaming. Wait, can I get a peek at the What are those pants? Oh, it's the windsilk. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Send help. Yeah. It's cute. You know what piece I've been addicted to now is nail is wait, yo, where my freaking nails at, bruh? Wait, am I? Does my character have nails painted? Hold on. I've been recently on that. I usually get my nails painted in this game now, which is hilarious. Wait, where's my Okay, I gotta fix that. You know what? I got it. Here, we do this. And then, you know what, actually, I'll keep it. I don't know why, I don't know where, I don't know how, I don't know why. But my want and need of painting, having my character's nails painted, yo, I don't know where it came from, because I played the game for 10 years, and I ain't never done that shit before. And all of a sudden, it just hit me like a truck in the face that I gotta, yo, my character's painted nails, and it was crazy, actually. So... So yeah, because I don't paint my nails IRL. I just, you know, but freaking video game shit. I never cared about it before. But like now all of a sudden, I'm just kind of like, man, you're unlocking Eden normals right now. Ooh, Eden normal is lit. I do love the Eden raids. Yeah, I was going. So like the most, if you don't know about the ultimates on girl, it's okay. But realistically, the ultimate is like a combination of like the fights. Of like a raid tier or a storyline kind of crammed into one. So they take like a couple bosses and they kind of just like compress it into a fight, like a long fight. So the most recent ultimate is an Eden fight. Or it's yeah, because you we got to fight like Shiva, Gaia, or you'll experience when you get there because you haven't done it yet. But yeah, all the fights that you're gonna experience in the normal version somehow are like compressed in like a thingy. You watch someone do every single phase of fruit? Yeah, so there was a race, and the race was like a prime example of like people competing to be like first place for the thing, whatever that it is, which is cool. So yeah, I was watching that race as well, and as like a mid-level ish kind of decent player or something of that nature, I have like my opinions are like an L, but I have them because I feel a very certain type of way. In respective fairness, I didn't feel this way until I got exposed to like the full moon. If you know, you know. I didn't understand how that any of that worked until like the pieces got put together. So once I started realizing how much of the nonsense that exists, you know, the amount of cheese that falls from the moon in terms of us being able to do raids and whatnot is aggravating, and it genuinely like frustrates the hell out of me. So that's why even though like Fru is an easier ultimate in comparison to DSR on top, and it's not as hard as top, um, I have like a lingering thought process about why they did that, and there's three things. One, they reorganized it by skipping Shinryu. Here's what I genuinely think. I think that they wanted. I think they want I think they want the raid ultimate to be easier than the story ultimate. The story one is usually like very cinematic and like it's very intense and like usually very like, you know. And an easy example of this is DSR. I would even say that that Uwu has that kind of moment as well. But like the fight is very old, so it's kind of hard to like really put them into perspective. But the transition for Ultima is like really, really like crazy. You know what I mean? So I think that realistically, they want the raid ultimate to be like the, here's the level, the bar is set to here, whereas the story ultimate will be set up here. So that's why, I think that's why they skipped Shinryu. Now, I didn't think that they skipped it because they were like, oh, like we didn't come up with a fight for it kind of vibe. I'm pretty sure that they have one, but if they do make a Shinryu ultimate, the objective is to make it be harder than whatever the raid ultimate was for it prior. So we might get Shinryu next, but I doubt it. But if we don't, then we should be getting Warrior of Light. And that makes more sense to me now because Warrior of Light would be a much more cinematic, insane ultimate by comparison to the, what's up, Rem? To the other one. So I think it makes more sense to me now that this ultimate is easier than what the next one's going to be, because the next one is going to be actually way harder. I just don't like that this one is like relatively easier than the rest. I was hoping, because like the reason why I say this is because Dawn Trail overall as a content, yeah, Dawn Trail as a whole entire, Dawn Trail as a whole entire thingy, all of the content from trials to dungeons to raids, alliance raids, it's all challenging, and you actually can die and suffer on some craziness if you don't do it correctly. The ultimate somehow was the one where they were like, bring that notch down by like a smidge, and then they brought it actually lower than the rest of their content. I could almost argue that like if Honeybee and Wicked Thunder were one fight, and also, like, Wicked Thunder is almost the same length, if not like 2 or 3 minutes shorter than Fru in total, then I can almost argue that like the difficulty of those fights are the same. And even then, I'm still bugging. Like again, yeah, you owe me money because they were never gonna not let Tree be a thing. But anyways, so that being said. The thing about Fru as an ultimate though is that like I'm so convinced that they just took out a phase. The way how the dialogue works in the final fight just seems like there was supposed to be an extra phase, but it was too long for them to put it in the fight, so they just cut it out entirely. So my Corgi has a cute scarf. That's my boy. He's cute. I watched some. Wait, I haven't done any Savages or Extremes. Extremes that sing, nothing sing. Oh, okay. Kind of scared to do Savages. Honestly, if you're ever nervous about doing Savages, then honestly, like, just let me know, because I'm always happy to be like a teacher in terms of like how to like content and everything.